Hawkins with Builders. We're going to talk a little bit now about Pervious concrete. We have Pervious concrete installed at our corporate headquarters as well as a number of other of our clients across the area. What Pervious concrete is it's a concrete that allows water to transfer through it into the subgrade below and actually down to the local aquifer. By doing this process, you're actually able to purify the water naturally instead of having to add, having your bioretention ponds, having the water drain through a water runway to the local municipal ponds as well. So in the grand scheme of things, if you're a large retailer, you're able to limit the amount of land purchased by having the ponds on site and by incorporating the Pervious concrete. Now with Pervious concrete, you have to watch a little bit about what soils and subgrades you have on your property. If you have more of a clay substrate, then you need to have a little bit larger of a recharge bed, and just meaning that the water is not going to go through the clay as well as it would through a sand. If you have a sand base, the water will transfer through at a more rapid rate. Here at our headquarters, we have a recharge bed anywhere from 28 to 32 inches deep. If you have more of a sand base, you can get down to about a 4-inch recharge bed. Here at TriNorth, we have anywhere between a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch clear stone, and we found that it works better with having truck traffic onto it as well as placing the concrete, so you're not sinking into the stone base itself and keeping a more level surface. Once that concrete truck arrives, there is very little fines in the concrete itself, and that's how you get the Rice Krispie square type look as far as the concrete goes. And without having the fines in it, they have to add an admixture to the concrete itself, and that's kind of where the Pervious concrete gets a little bit more expensive than your traditional concrete. By adding the admixture, it keeps the concrete fluid enough to go from the plant to the job site. Once that product arrives from the job site, you have approximately 15 minutes to place the concrete itself. So the concrete comes off the truck. You have traditional concrete, you have 3 to 4 people working on the line. In a Pervious concrete setting, you have 6 to 8 people. Once that concrete is set, you have everything taken care of, you have to wrap it in plastic. That plastic is very important for the hydration of the concrete itself. Because you've taken so much out of the concrete, that plastic is going to allow the concrete to hydrate and bond so you can go through the curing process. That plastic would stand for approximately 7 days. This plastic is also very crucial because if it does come off before 7 days or parts of it flap up during that week that you have it covered, you could end up with a gravel parking lot because you didn't get that bonding that you want. Some of the other things that we have found is you got to watch your landscaping. You can't have any of that dust and debris kind of getting into the concrete itself. It's going to plug the holes and not allow as much water to run through it. Traditionally, they say you can have anywhere from a 200-inch rain a minute, which would be considered Noah's Ark type, which we don't ever want to see. But it will take a lot of water. Even if the concrete itself is plugged, it will still accept water. Now, one of the things as far as annual maintenance goes, you can use a steel tip plow to plow your parking lots. You don't have to use any kind of special equipment. You don't need to salt it in winter. We found that in winter when the sun comes out and it melts the snow, the water goes through the concrete itself. Whereas your traditional asphalt parking lot, you can occur black ice, more slips and falls. ADA also loves it too because it's a little bit more of a textured surface and not as smooth. So elderly people and people who are maybe handicapped have a little bit easier time transpiring over it.